Shekinah Garner from 90 Day Fiancé, the other way, has shared surprising details about her past before she met Sarper Güven. Shekinah is a 41-year-old woman from Los Angeles, California. Sarper is a model and a personal trainer from Istanbul, Turkey. Shekinah described him as the most stunning man she had ever seen. Shekinah met Sarper while on a vacation. She'd flown back to the US after 2 dates and was well aware that the 44-year-old Sarper was a playboy. Shekinah didn't expect Sarper to change his ways for someone he met twice. However, Shekinah and Sarper stayed in touch, and the rest of history. Shekinah moved to Turkey after 4 months of talking to him. Shekinah had found out that Sarper had slept with almost 3,000 women a month before she moved, but she was already too much in love with him. Sarper had also not told Shekinah that he wanted to have a child. Amid the baby drama, Shekinah made Sarper stop taking female clients for personal training, leading to him having financial difficulties. Meanwhile, Sarper has continued controlling the way Shekinah dresses, eats, wears makeup and looks. Shekinah has 5 sisters. They were raised in the Amish lifestyle. Shekinah grew up in Tennessee, and she is the oldest of 6 girls. While her parents weren't born Amish, they loved the Amish lifestyle and had a lot of Amish friends. They decided to raise their daughters as Amish. Shekinah and her sisters had long hair. They weren't allowed to cut their hair. They weren't allowed to wear makeup. Shekinah recalled all the times she would hide behind the couch and color her nails with markers. She put colored chalk on her cheeks. Shekinah always loved beauty and makeup. She was also the most rebellious out of all her sisters. She was the one who wore down her parents, eventually causing them to leave the Amish lifestyle. Shekinah thinks it was such an extreme that she wanted to go in the opposite direction and adopt a glamorous lifestyle. Her life became entirely different from the way she was raised, and it was completely on purpose. Shekinah began co-hosting events, and people are always shocked to know how she was raised. One of the ways she makes money is by inviting attractive people to events. While Shekinah loves to attend parties where she brings along attractive people to be a part of the event and atmosphere, it is more of a side hustle for the single mom. Apart from making sure the vibe is just right at events, Shekinah is an aesthetician, and she has her own business. Shekinah has been licensed for over 20 years. In June 2024, Shekinah shared a video which was a compilation of throwback pictures from her at beauty school. She attended the Federico College of Hairstyling and looked unrecognizable in the photos. Shekinah ended up in Los Angeles by change. She came to the city 13 years ago. However, the longer she lived in LA, the more LA Shekinah became. At heart, Shekinah still has the small-town girl mentality. She introduced her ex-boyfriend Berto to fans in 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 5 Episode 9. Shekinah revealed she had her first real relationship when she was 23 years old. Berto was Italian. He was also 27 years older than Shekinah. The reality TV star and her ex-boyfriend dated for 4 years before they parted ways. Shekinah and Berto have 1 daughter. Her name is Sophie. She's 16 years old, and Shekinah calls her the light of her life. Things between Berto and Shekinah didn't work out for reasons unknown. They split up shortly after Sophie was born. Berto has been living in Costa Rica for about 9 years because he opened a hotel there. He co-parents Sophie from a distance, but he does come to the US once in a while to come back to see his daughter. Shekinah decided to send her daughter to boarding school. Berto believed Shekinah and Sarper's relationship would fail. Shekinah moving to Turkey meant she would keep coming back to America every couple of weeks, but she wasn't able to send her daughter to a regular school. Shekinah herself went to boarding school for the last year and a half of her high school years and considered it a turning point in her life. She was homeschooled before that. Sophie's school had everything to offer, such as sports activities like swimming. In the summer, Shekinah figured Sophie could come with her to Turkey or go stay with her dad, Berto. She didn't want to compromise spending time with Sophie. 90 Day Fiancé isn't Shekinah's first ever reality TV stint. Before romancing Sarper on camera, Shekinah was a contestant on The Millionaire Matchmaker Season 6. According to Starcasm, in 2013, Shekinah appeared on episode 11 titled, The Olympian and the Rock Star with Adam Gaynor, the former rhythm guitarist for the band Matchbox 20. She was selected by Patty Stanger for the matchmaking show after learning that Shekinah was raised in the Amish community and saw her as a perfect fit for Adam, via Gossip Galaxy. He also chose Shekinah as one of his dates after the dating mixer. While Adam showed an interest in dating Shekinah, the relationship didn't end up working out. The couple were dating exclusively and were excited to make music together. Adam was also looking forward to meeting Shekinah's daughter. In July 2024, Shekinah confirmed they never dated, and Adam had just picked her for the show. However, Shekinah had started dating a man named Rick Silver who featured in the same episode and was supposed to be a match for Olympic speed skater, Allison Baver. As per a post by Thuwe Wemmet, Shekinah and Rick were still together 3 years later in June 2015. Shekinah was single when she met Sarper, even though he wasn't serious about her at first. Shekinah had a series of toxic relationships and was starting to think that she could maybe never find the right person for her until she met Sarper. Shekinah went to Turkey with a girlfriend 2 years ago and downloaded a dating app to see what Turkish men were like. She said that Sarper had her at highlighter on their first date. She thought him wearing makeup was really cute. The 90-Day Fiancé, the other way couple continues to build their connection in Season 6. However, Shekinah Garner's life has changed significantly since appearing on 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 5. The Los Angeles resident lived a glamorous life a few years ago and wasn't looking to date seriously. However, she fell for Sarper Güven during her trip to Turkey. Shekinah found Sarper fascinating because of their common interests. She adored that he wore makeup and shared her passion for fitness. While Shekinah only dated Sarper briefly during her trip to Turkey, it was enough for her to realize that she wanted to spend the rest of her life with him. Shekinah faced many challenges before her relationship with Sarper. She grew up in an Amish community, where she couldn't express her femininity by cutting her hair or wearing makeup. Living under strict rules turned her into a rebellious teenager. As she got older, Shekinah decided to break away from her conservative upbringing and embrace a more liberal lifestyle in Los Angeles. She started experimenting with her physical appearance and eventually became a successful businesswoman. The 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way alum also dated a few men and found happiness in becoming a mother. Shekinah decided to showcase her romantic journey with Sarper on 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 5. While she had reservations about his playboy lifestyle, she chose to pursue a relationship with him. During her time on the 90-Day Fiancé spin-off, Shekinah traveled to meet Sarper and learn more about him. She discovered he had slept with many women and hadn't been completely honest with her. Shekinah also struggled with Sarper's controlling behavior. In response, she set boundaries by demanding him not train other women, stop smoking, and publicly commit to their relationship. In the following season, Shekinah and Sarper faced even more challenges. They discussed Shekinah's plans for rhinoplasty and worked through Sarper's anger issues together. Surprisingly, it seems like the couple somehow survived another season. Shekinah and Sarper now appear more in love than ever. As of October, Shekinah and Sarper are still together and going strong. They enjoy posting romantic photos and videos on social media to showcase their loving relationship. Recently, Shekinah responded to a critic by proudly writing, "They can only come for us, not be us, so they mad." Shekinah and Sarper are still heavily promoting their latest appearance on 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 6. They enjoy using hashtags from the show in hopes of gaining more views and likes. The couple is very performative about their relationship on social media, seeking attention and creating jealousy among critics. Viewers will likely watch Shekinah and Sarper in the next season of 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way, and they may even surprise fans by appearing on 90-Day Fiancé Season 11, showcasing Sarper's journey of arriving in the United States. Sarper has been in America for at least 9 months. In August 2024, Redditor Mutual Receptionist shared a post captioned, "Sarper is officially in LA, fan sighting." They revealed that one of their friends in Los Angeles had seen Sarper in Burbank, where he was filming with an entire crew. And she saw them twice, the Redditor added. Along with the Reddit user, 90 Day Fiancé blogger Shabuti shared breaking news that Sarper was in Los Angeles, and their source was a famous musician that lives in LA. The sightings also confirmed that Sarper was filming a new show. Sarper came to the US on a K-1 visa. The visa is valid for only 3 months, during which the American partner would have to get married to the K-1 visa holder.